All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. You may have noticed, because I'm again posting a couple of videos today, that the setting is a little bit different in this one. The reason being that there was a, shall we say, technical difficulty, and I apologize for just covering the camera. I am holding the camera right now. This is not going to be a regular occurrence, but it just is for right now. Probably will be in the next video as well, so I apologize for the poor camera work. But there was a technical issue that some of you may have caught with a keen eye right there at the end. So I decided to change up the location here. But anyway, I'm not sure how this video is going to go, how long it's going to go, but we shall see. Either way, uh, we were all going back to a couple months ago. First, before I get into the video, I would just like to say once again, thank you all so much for your support. It has not gone unnoticed. And I really do mean that. I don't know where any of this leads, to tell you the truth, but I know that I'm having fun doing this, and I hope that you all feel a sense of fulfillment as well. That's my primary objective, is just to, entertain, put a smile on people's faces if I can. I know obviously there's a lot going on in the world right now, so if I can, oh, this camera work is awful on my part. Okay, so it's just gonna be kind of what it is. But anyway, if I can, do anything positive, I want to do it. So I hope that you guys are, enjoying this as well. And if not, tell me what I can do better, please. I'm all ears. I'm always open for constructive criticism. Um, just please don't let it be about the camera work here, because again, that's going to be a very temporary thing, just probably for today. But nevertheless, I thank you guys for being a part of this video. And if you, or if you've been part of this channel rather, if you do like this video, there's plenty more just like it coming. I've two videos up on the channel right now. One is going up shortly. It's going to be posted before this one, as I want to go chronologically. And I'll have one more coming up. Try to get all three up right about the same time, so that will take care of your content fix for the remainder of the afternoon. And then I'm going to be posting a couple of different things on my blog, hopefully by midnight tonight, as I try to get fully caught up. And I explained in the last video why exactly I fell so far behind. It's not because I'm a poor cameraman. It's just because I was poor at managing my time the last 2 days. And that's kind of how things happened. So that's where we are. But anyway, on to the video. Those of you who used to play the NCAA football games and basketball games, I know I used to quite a bit, would have been very, very displeased with the news that we got, I believe, in 2014, when the NCAA was given the ultimatum that either they paid players for being a part of the games and using their name, or not their names rather, but rather their images and likenesses, or they had to discontinue their relationship with EA Sports. And of course, the NCAA, rather than doing the sensible thing that everybody would have liked, which is give the athletes a little bit of money so we can continue with the games, they decided to discontinue their relationship with EA Sports. And that seemed to be the last of real college sports games. There's been spin-offs, but obviously they're not allowed to use athletes that are a part of college sports. They're not allowed to use actual college names or logos, stadiums, anything like that. But that is all changing, as it was announced just a few months ago that the NCAA was going to be returning the games for college football, at least I believe college basketball as well. I don't think they've given an official timeline, but pretty excited about it. Regardless, yeah, this camera's throwing me off. Anyway, but yeah, so that's kind of where I stand on that. And then there's the existential question of how best do they go forward with this? Because the problems are still there. The problems that caused the games to no longer be made are still very much in existence here. There's still very much the question about, okay, should athletes make money? And my answer is yes. My answer is yes, because the way that I look at it is you're still trying to leverage things financially off the back of the athletes. The NCAA is, and I don't think that that's right. I don't think it's right that when athletes at the professional level can make money for the fact that, granted, that their name is used rather than, a standard, the way that they used to do it was that they put position number and then or position name and then a number for that player wore, but they would use every other physical feature that would make it quite obvious that it was that player. But that player, because their name wasn't used, it can't be officially proved or it can't be officially proven, and subsequently they were not allowed to gain financially from that. It's extremely unfair. And I don't know why the NCAA has always been so keen on that, has always been so keen on finding the technicalities that would get them out of paying athletes what they deserve. But that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous that to think that, that these athletes that generate millions of dollars for their schools, that they're not entitled to any of that. And the NCAA video games are big sellers, and they're going to be big sellers again now that they're restarting. So I hope the NCAA has figured it out this time that you need to give your athletes something. The athletes enjoy seeing themselves on these games as much as anybody. They enjoy being a part of it. I think, that would be a statement that would describe the vast majority of college athletes, let alone, men's college basketball players and college football players. And I think that this is a very, very good thing, not just for the fan, but for so many others involved. And it gets the teams and the athletes and the universities much more exposure because you can play now as a smaller school, at least at the Division One level or the FCS, if not FBS level. Maybe that school you won't be able to see on TV every week, but now you can know a little bit about them, know their players, or at least their names and positions, or rather their positions and numbers, I should say. So here's my thing. I hope the NCAA's gotten it figured out that they need to pay their players. They've not given any indication that they will, but if they are going to use the faces and the physical attributes and characteristics that they once did on all of these players, fair. But now you have to hold up your end of the bargain. Don't just sit here and make money off of them. You do already, but this is what's different. Try to work with the players to find a fair resolution. Try to do something that is right here. Try to find a way that you can legally use their names, legally use their images and likenesses, and not just try to bail out of giving them what they're owed. I think every player would like to have their name, even if they don't play very much. They're on the depth chart, they're on the roster, and they'd be a part of the game. I think every player, or just about, would like to be a part of it. But the thing that the athletes know is that they need to know their self-worth. Don't discount yourself to be a part of this. Don't discount yourself for just a little bit of fame. You know what you are owed. You know what you are worth. And these athletes, they know it more now than ever. So I think the onus now falls on the universities and the NCAA as a whole to realize what the problems were that created this rift the last time around, this discontinuation of the games. Now it's time for you to fix that. It's time for you to step up and do what the NCAA should have done years ago, and that is at least give athletes not a salary necessarily, because that's not what this argument, what this conversation is about. Give them a stipend, give them something for being a part of the game. And I think that the favorability of these video games, not just from those that play the games, but from all of those around college sports in some capacity, will increase, because now it seems like there's much more transparency with the NCAA, a group that for the most part has never seemed very transparent. But so that pretty much concludes today's topic. Once again, I apologize for the camera work, and I'm going to apologize in advance for this next video, as I will be shooting that right after this one. And I appreciate so much everything you guys are doing for me and being a part of this. This is something that is for all of us here, and I really hope I see years of doing this ahead, and it's going to get better than me holding my phone on the couch and or propping it up at the dining room table. I promise you it's going to get better than that. And I promise you that I'm going to do everything possible that I can for you guys to enjoy this channel, to get as much out of it as I am, and I'm going to work for that a lot. So thank you guys again for your support. Once again, there will be one video before this, one video after this, all three going up today. Blog updates later, Facebook updates later as well. So be on the lookout for all of that, and I'll see you in the next video.